Hello and welcome to today's video. My name is Dr. Kloos. I'm the founder and the manager of study in Bosnia. We are helping students to successfully get admitted to Bosnian universities, and we accompany them through their pathway to European countries after their graduation, like Germany or Switzerland, and to successfully land a job there with their recognized diploma. In today's video, we will check whether Mostar or Foča, the East-Sarajevo University or the Mostar School of Medicine, is the better fit for you for studying medicine. So first of all, if you want to study dentistry, there are options in Banja Luka and Sarajevo, but not in Mostar. However, again, at the East-Sarajevo University in Foča, it is possible. So we start with that. It's 3,500 euro, in Banja Luka 5,000, and in Sarajevo, astonishingly, 13,000 euro per year. Regarding medicine, we have 9,000 euro per year annual tuition fee of the university in Mostar for medicine, and there's no dental program. In Foča, on the other hand, it's only 3,500 euro per year, so it's the same annual tuition fee than for dentistry. But which university is better for you? The more expensive version, Mostar or Foča, and why is there such a big price difference? So when it comes to equipment, there is not big of a difference between both universities. Both are well equipped and very modern. In fact, my university, where I studied in Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, was less well equipped than the university in Foča, with only 3,500 annual tuition fees. And what's the reason for those low prices? Well, at the moment, this university doesn't operate at cost. They are building something big. You can imagine it like building a big company. First of all, you offer very cheap prices, and then later your prices will increase for new clients, right? And you can imagine the same for Bosnian universities as a whole. They're relatively cheap because Bosnia is yet to become more famous to being a place where students can study, and they're decreasing the fees to get more attention and to attract more students to Bosnia. I've watched this process over time play out with a lot of different countries. Bulgaria, for example, was once also very affordable, and as it became more famous to studying there, the fees increased. And it's the same for Bosnia. So the East-Sarajevo University is a lesser known university. And the reason for that is it's not a big city, it's a small city. The main campus is in Sarajevo, but the medical building is off the city, 1 hour and 20 minutes away from Sarajevo, in a small town with 20,000 inhabitants in Foča, and therefore simply less known. And for that reason, at the moment, prices are lower. But also one reason is that they are actually already a big university trying to become even bigger, and they simply have a little bit different model. So even in the future, they will remain the cheapest option, and they have just a huge campus and economies of scale that also helps. So a little bit different model to finance everything. You can imagine it like that. But the equipment is amazing. You study in small groups of 7 to 10 people, and the quality of education is absolutely fantastic. I have myself been there several times. I'm often there. I have my office there. I'm several times per year I'm spending there. Of course, I have my team there, just 20 minutes by foot to the university. For a team of 4 people, big office there. So you can go there whenever you want when you have an issue studying there, which is a major point for Foča. Why did we decide to put our office there and not in Mostar? Well, the reason is very simple. In Mostar, we have less students because the low tuition fees and the high quality of education attracts the majority of our students to Foča, because you can get the same for less. But what are the advantages in Mostar, and why can Mostar charge more? Well, Mostar has less seats and therefore charges more per seat. And also Mostar is a beautiful tourist destination that is very famous, while Foča is a lesser known tourist destination, primarily known for rafting and the national park, which is close by, with the only remaining rainforest in Europe. Because Foča is also beautiful in nature and amazing for a lot of water sport activities and hiking activities, I personally prefer Foča from a lifestyle perspective, because everything is even cheaper than in Mostar. The rent is cheaper and students can simply afford more. But I also prefer it from a university perspective, because I really love the team in Foča. They're really friendly, they're helpful, and our students are very happy inside of the university with their teachers, with their programs. So I personally would recommend Foča over Mostar. However, Mostar is absolutely maybe one of the most beautiful cities in the Balkans, maybe the most beautiful city in the Balkans. And if you don't believe me, just Google it, watch some YouTube videos. You'll find plenty of images from that beautiful city. And I can only tell you, if you have the budget, if your parents say, hey, our budget is 10,000 euro, 9,000 euro per year tuition fee plus your living costs, and they can also be a little bit higher, then definitely go to Mostar. You have a more beautiful city, and if this is within your range, then that's what I would recommend you. If you say, hey, I'm tight on my budget, I'm trying to put as little cost to my parents' heads as possible, then Foča would be the best choice for you. You have a recognized degree, you have a nice city, nice community. With you, we have our office there, so you have a 24/7 full-time service for you. You don't need to worry about your apartments, electricity bills, nothing. We all figure that out for you. So we take over the monthly payments. You just pay monthly a fee. You don't need to care for plumbing and all these things, communication with the landlord in Serbian language. It's not necessary. And of course, whenever you have a bureaucratic problem, issue, whenever you need something, whenever you have some questions, or you need some help with some subjects, you can always go to our office, where we have 2 Bosnians working there, but also 1 German student, 1 Indian student, 1 Bosnian student that can also help you with some subjects and studying material and so on. So the perfect team there, it plays very low fees. I think that's the best choice. However, my students in Mostar are super happy, and also the standard of education in Mostar is absolutely fantastic and outstanding. So depending on your budget, I would decide, but you should definitely not fear to get a inferior education quality in Foča because you pay less. That's absolutely not the case. And when I think about my studies, I paid 9,000 euro in bulk. No, I paid 8,000 euro. Now it's 9,000 euro. But when I was a student, I paid 8,000 euro per year, and basically the equipment was less advanced than in the dental clinic in Foča. So much about that. You don't, like, those tuition fees don't always reflect the quality of education nor the equipment. And in the case of Foča, you will be totally fine. It's a beautiful village, lots of German students there, lots of Italians, lots of students from all over the world, from India, from Qatar, we have students from Finland, Norway, all different countries present, and you will absolutely enjoy this international atmosphere in a beautiful small village surrounded by nature, 1 hour and 20 minutes away from the airport. So also great flight connections there. I hope you liked the video, and I hope I was helping you decide between Mostar School of Medicine and the East-Sarajevo University in Foča. If you would like to have a personal consultation to see what are your requirements, what is your budget, and then to see which university in Bosnia or maybe even other countries is the best choice for you, you can book a free meeting with me in person. It's really important. I always do those meetings in person. You won't have a different guy that maybe study business or is just a salesman. You will always speak to me as a dentist that also is trained in Eastern Europe and that has experience since 10 years in placing students to medical universities. I'm an exclusive partner to many universities in Europe, and I have a heavy focus on Bosnia as well. So you'll be at the right place in my consultation when it comes to studying medicine or dentistry in Bosnia. Of course, if you're interested in another field, we here at Study in Bosnia also take care of other fields such as business, informatics or nursing. Feel free to click down the link below or go to study-in-bosnia.com to secure your free consultation, and maybe one day you and me meet in person in Bosnia at the airport or during our orientation week that we do every year to for the new students to get accommodated and to actually meet each other and get welcomed into our community. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.